friends, my name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I was actually really excited for because it was like my May monthly challenge, which was to try a bookish bullet journal for a month. For those of you that don't know what bullet journals are, it is essentially a like do-it-yourself planner life guide thing. Basically, you have a like blank journal of some kind and you kind of just fill it in with like your daily to-do lists, your overall monthly calendars. It can be movies you watch, TV shows you've watched, it can be planning certain things. It's kind of whatever you want to do and you kind of design it and create it all yourself. And it's overall really just aesthetically pleasing, and I really have wanted to try one for so long, and so I thought, why not just try a little bit of a bullet journal that I would do with a bookish bullet journal. So hence, that is where we are today. I have created 9 pages of a bullet journal just to give it a try for the month of May, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys and share my overall experiences with bullet journaling. We're just gonna jump right into the look through of this for the month of May, and then at the end of the video I'll go through my thoughts and all that kind of stuff. Hello, so this is the current bullet journal that I'm using. I don't know what it's called, but I bought these in a pack of 3 and I believe they were $18.99, so not too bad a price. And it is the dotted paper, which I found like is what people that use bullet journals mainly use. So that's what I wanted to try there, and this is the notebook I'll be using today. So first off, I decided to start off with the beginning of the year as if I was originally starting this in January. So I started this off with a Hello 2019 little title page. It's pretty simple. I tried to do some slightly fancy lettering and then added a bunch of circles around it as well as the year, and then I also added the page number at the bottom. Just something simple because I'm not that great at drawings, but I wanted to add something anyways, so that is what I decided to do. Next up, I have my Goodreads challenge and my yearly reads. So these two kind of go hand in hand, hence they are on the same like 2 pages. Here I have like a party banner type thing going on, and each triangle represents like one book that I want to read, and I color in a banner every time I read a book. And so my goal for this year is 50 books, and so right now I believe I've read 23, and so hence I've colored in 23 of the banners on this side, and I thought it was a cute idea that I saw something like it on Pinterest, and so I wanted to give it a try. Then right over here on page 3 I just have my yearly reads, and obviously if this was the full year it would have to be a longer page or spread out over 2 pages because I'm almost done and I would only at 23. But I have my number of the books that I read, so like my first book that I read this year was The 1000th Floor, and I gave it a 3-star rating, so I just have like the number I read it, the book itself, and then the rating I gave it. And that is it for my page 2 and 3. I just have the page numbers in the corner. Next up, I have my May pages. So obviously I just did not do the months of January and so on, but I jumped to May, and so this is like my May cover page. I saw this cute quote with a book, and I added the words May over top of it, and it says, "A book is a dream you hold in your hand," and it kind of has some flowers over it, and hopefully you can tell it's a book. I'm not the best at drawing, but I wanted to give it a try, and so that was my May title page idea that I saw. Then over here I have my May TBR. It's not super intense looking. I kind of wanted to draw a shelf, and then I don't know what I drew here. I just kind of drew that, but I have Again But Better, Broken Throne, Unravel Me, They Both Die in the End, Everything, and First Love. These are the books that I wanted to read in May, and I ended up reading Again But Better and Unravel Me. The rest I have decided to read either another time or just not read at all. Page number 4 and 5 on each corner, and that is what I have for the opening of May. Next up, I have books read in May and my 1 page at a time spread. Over here, as you can tell, I'm not the best at drawing, but I wanted to do a rough idea of what each cover looked like. I saw it on Pinterest and it looked a whole lot better when someone else did it, as you can probably tell, but I thought it was a cute idea, so I wanted to try. And so the books that I read in May, I actually read 6, which perfectly works out with how many things I drew, was Unravel Me, Fracture Me, Ignite Me, from all the same series. I also read The Love Interest, Again But Better, and The Sun Is Also a Star. I'm not really that good at drawing, but I thought it was a cute idea to try anyways. Would I recommend it if you're not that good at drawing? Probably not, but if it's just for yourself, it might give you a good laugh just because of how bad at drawing you are, aka what I did here. But I gave it a try. Then on this side, I actually really like this. It is 1 page at a time. Basically, I counted the amount of pages I read per day in the month of May. I came up with this idea like a week after I started, so hence there's no bars in the first week, but afterwards I kept a tally. We have anywhere from 0 pages up to 400 plus pages. The most I read in a single day was Wednesday the 8th, where I read 408 pages, which is the day I read Ignite Me in 1 day, and then you can kind of see my progress as I go along. I really liked this idea just so you can see an overall of how much you read per day. And as I can kind of see here, there were days where I read a lot and then kind of got burnt out on reading and ended up reading little to nothing. So it just kind of shows sometimes you're gonna have to calm down if you read too much, which is in this case what I was facing. I also have page numbers 6 and 7 in the bottom corners. Lastly, these are my last 2 pages. I have a quote here that I found, which I thought was really cute, and it says, "Between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be." I copied this basically directly off of a Pinterest page that I found, and I thought it was really, really cute, and I tried to copy it best I could. And then over here, I went to an event where I got to meet Victoria Aveyard and 2 other authors like Tahira Mafi. I actually have a full video on it on my channel, which you can click up here if you are interested. But Victoria Aveyard is my favorite author, so I wanted to have a page dedicated to her. So I have meeting Victoria Aveyard written in the center. I have the Scarlet Guard symbol here, which I tried to recreate, which is from the Red Queen series. Then I have a few pictures of here, here, and here when I was at the signing. Here's when I met her. I have here a picture of the signature on my book, and then I also have a picture of my friend who went with me on the signing. And finally, I have the numbers 8 and 9 on the corners, just so that way it's easier to find everything, and I think it just adds a little something extra. And that is essentially the last bit of my bullet journal. I decided I was going to do a few more pages, but I found these ones were the best for me, and I just liked them the most and thought they would be the most realistic for what I would do on a weekly basis if I were to actually have done a bullet journal throughout the whole year. So that is my bullet journal for the month of May. I overall did have a good time doing it. I liked the end result the most. However, I don't think this is something I would do in my spare time on the regular because I'm not very good at drawing or being like super creative when it comes to drawing or anything like that. So I got basically every single spread for this from Pinterest or was somehow recreated of something I saw. I'm not really that good at drawing or creating in that sort of way, so I just don't think it would be very efficient and effective for me to use bullet journaling as my main planning method, organizing method, that kind of thing. I do like that I got to see like how many pages I was reading every single day with like a visual representation. I thought that was really cool. I also liked my page that I made with Victoria Aveyard. I kind of liked looking at that memory and I thought that was really nice. And I liked adding the quotes too. I did overall think that seeing this when it was done was pretty cool. However, you know, there's many pages of this, so for me to actually do this for the course of a whole year, I think I would just get really, really frustrated and probably give up very soon. So for me, I don't think I will be ever continuing with this, but I do think it was a good experience to try, and I think that if you want to try bullet journaling or do a bookish bullet journal like this, I would just say give it a try because it might not be for me, but it might be for you like it is so many others. That is all I really had to say about this. If you have any questions on how I made this or any questions on if you should start, I'll be happy to try to answer them, so be sure to leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon with a new video. So until then, bye.